first story tonight is about Bob the Builder. Yes. Not the awesome one that has a song and can fix things.
Well, that's disappointing.
But the one that's a senator accused of ripping people off.
Still nothing's changed?
No, I can't believe it's still both saying. It hasn't changed. Seriously, hasn't changed for like 9 months.
Trevor and Christine bought the Australian dream off the plan almost 2 years ago from Ashford Homes. They were told that the build would take no longer than 310 days.
Well, we've been waiting for our house now for 16 months. It started in July last year, and yeah, we're still waiting.
Trevor's house is being built by a company owned by this guy, Family First Senator Bob Day and his wife Bronte. Senator Day is the director of various building-related companies across the country, including Ashford Homes in Victoria, Huxley Homes in New South Wales, Homestead Homes in South Australia, Collier Homes in WA, New Start Homes in Queensland, and parent company Home Australia. Earlier this year, Huxley Homes was fined $27,000 for failing to meet completion deadlines. They have faced various NCAT tribunals and have been the subject of thousands of complaints across the country. Some families have reportedly waited for an extra 62 weeks on top of their scheduled 40-week build before they were handed the keys to their new abode. And once inside, the nightmare didn't end.
We've had consumers complaining to us about rusty steel, delays in terms of the work being completed, parts of the building being exposed to the weather.
Since found out with all these issues that we're only getting $1 compensation per week.
The kicker to this whole saga is that the Senator was a big fan of the ABCC bill. You know, the big hoo-ha the government was banging on about before the election, about cracking down on corruption in the construction industry.
There are a lot of people hurting very, very badly as a result of the activity that goes on some of these commercial and industrial building sites that needs to be fixed.
So today we rang Bob to ask him what the go was. He said in a statement, no homes are overdue. They are within contract due to their extensions. It's been the wettest year in decades, and every house will be built within the terms of the contract.
Come rain or shine, there's no excuse for the bad workmanship and all these delays. It's just unfair.
Well, Jeremy Sterling built a home with Huxley Homes, and after 62 long weeks, he is finally in it. He joins us now. Jeremy, Senator Day said today that he sympathises with all his clients, but that once they move into their house, they will be happy. You're in. Are you happy?
I'm happy with my house, yes, but more to it than that. I'm happy that I don't have to deal with them any longer.
So, Jeremy, what kind of stuff was out of place? Like, was there a toilet in the kitchen, or like, what paint us a picture? What was out of place?
Okay, well, the slab was short by about 90 mil, 100 mil in one place. The frame was completely suspended above that, so it was pretty obvious that you need structural framework to be supported by concrete, and they had to get engineers out and do additional rectification work to fix that.
Jeremy, what do you think of Senator Day and Huxley Homes now?
Not enough people know the problems that exist within that company, and I feel sorry for anybody that's going through the same situation as what we were, because it affected our relationship. We nearly broke up over it a number of times, my fiance now. We missed out on going over to Bali for a friend's wedding because of this house. So we missed out on a lot of things that we might have been able to afford to do had this been completed in the contracted time that it was scheduled for.
Will you be voting for the senator next election, Jeremy?
No. No. Definitely not.
Your response took just as long as they took to build your house, I think, Jeremy.
Yeah, I'll think long and hard about that, but no. I'll give an answer in like 18 weeks or something.
Jeremy, it's been a rough old ride, but at least that kitchen looks good. Thank you. Tough going for them.
Absolutely.
The impact it had on him and his partner. I mean, you can stuff around his home, but you can't take his trip to Bali.
No, not with his mates. But I mean, there's always delays when you're building a house. That's the thing. But then when they get
get to the point where, as you saw the people in the story going there going 9 months, still nothing's happening. Like, that must
And
just,
it's
it's your money that you
and a
know.
complete lack of communication, so you're not sure where the finish line is, or if there is a finish line being pinballed around from, you know, person to person.
Just the toilet in the kitchen, has that happened to someone that you know before, Pete?
I have a toilet in my kitchen, yeah.
Oh, do you really?
But I deliberately put it in.
We should